How's it going, everybody? Chaos here, and today I want to go over some things that have been on my mind in regards to Warframe. So I'm doing this as a live stream just because, one, it's way faster for me to upload it if I'm just doing it live, and two, is because if you guys have any questions about Warframe, god damn it, if you guys have any questions about Warframe being my thoughts on any specific aspects of the game, or what I think might happen, etc. In regards to certain things, then I want to get your feedback in regards to like, hey, what I think of this or what I think of that. So that's why I'm doing it live, and it works out. So, anyways, first things first. Congrats to Warframe and Digital Extremes for keeping Warframe going for 5 damn years. Holy shit balls. That's a long time. I haven't even been playing for 5 years. I've played maybe three. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. But I've been on and off playing the game for about 3 years. And I've never left the game. I mean, maybe for like, a break here and there, but never really for too long. I've always ended up gravitating back to the game just because it's a good game and it's got a lot going for it. And you know, I very much agree that Digital Extremes should have gotten the game of the what was it? The award for what was it? Longest lasting like game or they should have gotten the award for that. Digital Extremes had that in the bag. I don't know. I think it was Grand Theft Auto or Overwatch. I can't remember. But Digital Extremes should have gotten the award. But I digress. In regards to our 5 year anniversary, I've decided to step away and go away from my edgelord feel for Excalibur. Now I'm an edgelord. Holy crap! I go with the blacks, the grays, the red. Look at that red energy. It screams edge, and I know that's kind of my thing with all of my frames. But this year, for the anniversary, they released a Dex Excalibur skin, as most of you are familiar. You can get it just by logging into the game, I think up to March 28th. Don't quote me on that. But it's available in game now. And for the skin, I had to step away from my edgelord feel because it just didn't feel right with the skin. And so as you guys know, this kind of my setup. Like you can see, I've got the gray, the black, the red, some white here and there, and then the red energy, the bright, bright red energy. But that feel doesn't work for this outfit. And so, moving on from Edgelord to load, there we go. Excalibur Prime? Eh? Eh? Okay, console doesn't have Excalibur Prime. And so what I did with the skin is I set it up with the color scheme of a quote unquote prime. I gave it the nice white there. I gave it some beige, got the gold outlines there. I think it looks pretty damn sexy. It's pretty sexy. I like it. And I've got the there, I'll show you here. No chest piece because I love that orient like the light glowing on his chest there, so I left that open. So I've got the EOS armor prime for the shoulders there, and I've got the key tier leg plates on his legs there. And both of these are available from Barrow Key Tier. He comes by with them like every once in a while, so just keep your eyes open for Barrow. He'll bring them by if you're looking to fashion frame with those. A lot of you may not like my frame. I like it. I like the way he's designed. I like the way he looks. And so I'm going to stick with this skin for a little while just because I really, really do like all the metallics and the glows and It looks really, really good for a frame that you can get so damn easily. And so today I'm going to be running with my fun Excalibur build. Um, it's not. I'll show you what I got here. It's nothing amazing. My Excalibur is not amazing, but he's all right. So I've got Rage, I've got Redirection, Intensify, Streamline, Primed Flow, Vigor, Vitality, and Augur Message for a little bit of extra duration. It's an alright build. It's not crazy. Actually, you know what? I might switch out. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch out Rage just because it doesn't really... I like it, but it doesn't really do much for Excal. Because he doesn't really, regenerate or health like that. I am going to switch Physique to Rejuvenation, though. I've been meaning to do that for a while. And so that should give Excal a little bit more survivability. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a crazy amount. But this is currently my, the setup I've been going with and just having a lot of fun with since I got the Dex Excalibur build. Um, as PC players know, we on console are a little bit behind, so we don't have all of the cool updates yet. But we're getting there. We're getting stuff slowly. So right now, I guess I'm going to. I'll just go do Ani. And do that. I don't really need to do Cephalon Suna at the moment, so alright. So we'll go do this just to, have something going in the background here. But there is a lot more that I want to talk about, and there's a lot more that's been on my mind, and I see a lot of people talking about it. DK, Mogamu, Xenagelion, tons of people, tons of Warframe YouTubers. And so, it's kind of been on my mind that I want to talk about some of these things. Umbra Excalibur for one. The new Venus free roam area. I want to talk about that. I want to touch on that. I want to make sure. All this is okay. Yeah, I gotta change my settings here. I feel like everything else is a little bit too loud. But where is it? Audio. Turn master down a little bit. This way I can hear you everything a little bit better and not get interrupted by noise. But there is some stuff I want to talk about in regards to all of that. And so for Umbra, a lot of people, a lot of my friends, a lot of just everybody has been asking me, hey, what are your thoughts on Umbra? Hey, what do you think about Umbra? Hey, when do you think we're getting Umbra? And my thoughts on Umbra. I think that this may be an unpopular opinion, but DE has specified that they don't want to delay Umbra too much longer. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm ready for Umbra. I'm ready for that shit like no tomorrow. But here's the one thing. I don't think it's going to be as big as people are making it. I mean, sure, we've got Lotus missing, we've got Bayless in the picture now, we got this amazing two-handed katana coming, and Odachi, as it's it's actually called a two-handed katana. It's called an Odachi or Nodachi, whichever you prefer. I'm not very clear on the difference, but so the Odachi is being, we got two in the works right now. One with like this big cloudy smoke kind of effect, and one that is Bayless's sword, man, which he one-hands like a badass motherfucker. And so, we got two of those in the works. We've got the Venus free roam area in the works. We've got Umbra in the works. We've got Korra in the works. A lot of people have kind of stopped talking about Korra ever since. They're like, oh, Umbra's on the way, Umbra's coming, da 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 da. And so here's my thoughts. Korra, we kind of stopped talking about her, and I don't know why. Because it's actually kind of concerning that all of a sudden so much hype is going around about Umbra and this and that we kind of stopped talking about Korra. My unpopular opinion is that when we do get the Venus free roam area, I guess, is that Korra is going to be released when that update drops, much like we got Gara on the Plains of Eidolon. I know, unpopular opinion, but these are my thoughts. Because I highly doubt we're going to get Umbra, and then we're going to get Korra right after, or right before, or I don't know. I highly doubt they're just going to drop Korra out of the blue. They're going to make Korra's update a pretty big deal. I mean, just like, you know, Umbra. But we also have, as far as we know, there's quite a bit of work going into the, you know, the whole Venus free roam area thing that a lot of people aren't considering. I think the free roam area for Venus is going to take a lot longer than people are thinking. Because we've only just heard information about it. We you know, it's still a lot under wraps. And there's not too much that we actually know in regards to what's actually going on. But we do know that it's being worked on, which, fine, I'm cool with that. Yeah, get that. All right. And so, you know, it's a work in progress, which, again, not a problem. But I'm thinking the Apostasy Prologue is going to lead to something different. I don't think it leads us to Venus. I don't think it does that. I'm pretty sure the Apostasy Prologue is going to lead us to, you know, the Sacrifice. I think that the Venus and the Sacrifice are completely different things. I highly doubt they would be the same, you know. I don't think they work that closely together. Sure, maybe if we get Korra first, then we'll have some stuff to do on Venus when we go and get after Umbra. But I don't think it's going to be, you know... I don't think they're going to release 2 frames at the same time. And I know, correction. Theoretically, Umbra isn't a new frame. Because he's been on the Japanese build of the game, or Chinese... it's been on there for a while. But that build of the game is going... It's shutting down because it's not getting enough traffic and it's not worth it to keep it running. And so, with those being shut down... technically, they still have the files for Umbra. And so he's not as big as some people are making it. I mean, sure, he's dope. Like, don't get me wrong, I love him. Umbra's sweet. But, and I'm just excited as the next guy. But at the same time, I'm not going to say that they'll release Umbra as, you know, some brand new, you know, frame. I don't think. I mean, yeah, they're gonna do a mission for him. Probably he ties into Bayless somehow. Guaranteed, there's something to do with Bayless. There's something there. There's something with the Sacrifice that we're not being told. Bayless could have something to do with it. Lotus could have something to do with it. We don't know. Maybe Bayless is sacrificing Lotus so that we can go and get at these Umbra frames. I don't know. I'm speculating at this point. So is everybody else. But the big... Oh, I'm out of ammo. Okay. But the big deal is that everybody's hyping it up, and hyping it up. But nobody's considering the fact that we've got 2 new frames on the way. We've got Korra, we've got Umbra. Now, I don't think we're going to get an update with 2 frames being added right away. Sure, we're going to have our usual primes. We've got Zephyr Prime on the way, for those of you who aren't keeping up to date. How dare you? But the big deal is, the big cheese is that, I like Umbra's different. He's new. He's still Excalibur, is what I'm saying. I highly doubt that they're going to, go through a lot of effort to make it like a completely new frame. He's going to have the same functionality as Excalibur, that's guaranteed. But I don't think that, a lot of players are going to, like, I think it's being blown out of proportion, is what I'm thinking. All right, so next subject, I want to talk about the Venus free roam. So, um, a lot of people are going on about, and dogs are barking. Oh well, a lot of people are going on about the Venus free roam thing, and I'm very, very excited. But this area is sounding way bigger than the Plains of Eidolon. And the Plains of Eidolon was a big, big update. And so, when we got the Plains of Eidolon, everybody was super hyped. When they announced the Plains of Eidolon at TennoCon, everybody lost their shit. I lost my shit. I couldn't think about anything else for months. Even with the Destiny 2 release on its way, I was still extremely pumped for the Plains of Eidolon. Which is completely understandable because it was game breaking. It was ground changing. It was a big deal for an otherwise corridor shoot 'em up game. I'm doing the one of the older missions. I'm not even scratching the Plains of Eidolon area because it's so much that I can do, and when I go into the plains, I just like to go and do whatever. I like to go fishing. I like to go mining. I like to do this. I like to do that. And so, with the upcoming release of the Venus free roam area, they want to make it bigger. That's the thing. And so, with size comes time. They're going to have a lot of stuff they're working on. And so, a lot of people are saying, oh, we're going to get this soon. It's going to be great. It's going to be cool. I don't think so. I'm thinking we're still going to be waiting quite a few months down the road. And I mean, I could be wrong. It could be closer than we think. I mean, they could have worked on this well into the time when they were working on the Plains of Eidolon. And I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I'm console, so I'm a little bit slower on everything. And all the updates and this and that. But I'm still update with the PC news. And so, with all of this under wraps, and all of this coming out, and Warframe going through a bunch of, hey, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. It's a lot of hype for something that we aren't exactly completely, you know, we we aren't the developers, was what I'm saying. We aren't DE. We don't know what their agenda is, and we don't know how cramped they are on trying to get all of this stuff in and trying to fan service us. Oh yeah. All right, give me one sec. I will be right back. I gotta go sign something. I will be Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. We had somebody here to fix the TV because, everything's broken. All right. So, anyways, what was I saying? Okay, right. Plains of Eidolon, it was a lot smaller. The whole, Venus for your own thing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be amazing. It's yada. Everybody's so hyped up about it, and I don't. I'm pretty sure the Venus free roam is way beyond. I don't think it's as close as people think. That's what I'm thinking. I may be wrong. They could be like right around the corner, and we're just being like sneak attacked by DE, like the ninjas they are. But excuse me. But I mean, at the same time, I'm unsure because there's just so much they're working on. Korra could be so close to being done, but there's still things that they're working on, especially with Damage 3.0. They're trying to fix her. They're trying to balance her. They're trying to fix the procs with her, and determine this and that, and get things to work right with her because she is a slash puncture impact frame. She can switch kind of between the melee procs, and that's kind of her whole kit. And so with all of that coming and all of that going around yada, it's kind of making me think that we're gonna get Umbra first. We're gonna see the Apostasy prologue. 'Cause I think the Apostasy is what's going to be the middle ground. I think that's going to be the filler. I could be wrong. It could be something completely different. But my thought is that the Apostasy prologue is going to be the filler, because the Venus thing is still way out of the way. It's way beyond. They still got a lot to do with it. And so they're working on, getting Umbra to us first, or so everybody's thinking. And so next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the Apostasy prologue. What the hell is happening with Lotus? My thoughts. This, again, probably unpopular opinion. I've heard all the things with Lotus and how she's got the memory, and Bayless is back in her life, and maybe she's overthrown by her emotions. Maybe she's just going through the duties as the guardian of the Tenno, or mother of the Tenno, I guess. Maybe she's completely throwing us for the loop and just completely abandoned us because of Bayless and emotions and shit. Maybe Hunhow's involved. We don't know. I don't know anything. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But the whole shtick is that is the shtick. We don't know. I don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. DK doesn't know what's going on. None of us know what's going on, and that makes us super excited. We want to know more about the Apostasy mission. We want to know about the Apostasy prologue. We want to see what the hell happened to our Lotus. And do I want aerial strike? What? And so, I think I know what that is. And sure, bring my bird down. Come get my bird to visit me. And so the whole thing is that I want to know more about what the hell's happening with the Lotus. Why did she leave us? Why were we there in the first place? Is anybody else curious about that? Like, how did we get there? All of a sudden, we're in our Warframe in some godforsaken area. I don't fucking remember. It was... Where were we? I think we were in one of the towers. Like, in one of the Void Towers, and then we ended up, in Tenno's... in Lotus's chamber. And... How? How did we get there? I don't know. My kinda theory... Come here! There we go. Say hi to Pandora. There we go. Thank you. So my kind of theory is that with the apostasy prologue, I mean, the means in which we got to this mission and got to the apostasy prologue were kind of fishy. Okay, so we end up getting a new room in our ship. That's fine. We find a blue glowy light in our new room and touch it. Okay, that's new. It transports us to a completely different location. How? What? I know we have transference and we can get ourselves everywhere fast. But I don't think we can do it that fast. I mean, we can't just teleport. I don't even think Lotus can teleport. Everything we do is, you know, we're traveling somewhere on a ship. We're going into the void using, or we used to use void keys. And so, how did we get to, you know, this place with the Lotus's chamber? I'm gonna assume it was somewhere on the moon. I'm pretty sure it was on the moon. And all of a sudden, Lotus's chamber is on the moon, yada 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 yada. And then, you know, we're in this barren aerial strike delivered. It is barren area. We enter this area, this mission, thinking, oh, alright, well, I've got my Warframe, I've got my gun. I guess I should probably get ready to, you know, kill some bad guys. And there's no one. Nobody there. Completely dead. What? Anybody else concerned about that? There's nobody in this area. I mean, I get it. It's Lotus's. We're going to Lotus's chamber. But explain to me how in the hell we jump down a massive freaking hole in our Warframe and then magically end up as our Tenno, or as our operative. It's like we're falling, and oh, I just did this. Wait, what? How did that happen? When did that happen? Why did that happen? What's going on? Nobody freaking knows. And so it's you know, it's a little bit confusing. Like, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what happened to Lotus. We don't know why everything's happening like this. Lotus is gone. You know, Ortis is kind of trying to, you know, take her place a little bit. Simulating her, you know, doing this as her, kind of just, you know, helping us get through all of this. And with the message that we all received from Ortis saying, hey, here's the Dex Excalibur skin. Lotus dropped this off before she disappeared, and then, you know, I'm pretty sure she wanted you to have this, and yada yada yada. And this, you know, Lord is trying to just, you know, take her place, just trying to make you, you know, a little comforted by all this. And you just lost the Lotus, who has been there for us through everything. I mean, sure, we don't mind Ortis's shitty puns every once in a while, but why did Lotus disappear? What is going on? I mean, it's kind of the fact of this is going to be a little bit theoretical. This is going to involve a bunch of conspiracy theories. None of this is to be taken for fact. And if any of this is taken for fact, then I don't know where you're getting your sources from. Because I don't even know where I'm getting my sources from. I'm just kind of going off my head and saying whatever I can at the moment. And so, with, you know, all of this happening and, you know, Apostasy Prologue, oh, Bayless shows up. We fall down this gigantic hole. Gigantic hole. We fall for a good 10 seconds before we actually hit the ground. And not only are we in our we were in our Warframe, but we're now in our Tenno form. Hi, baby. But we're in some random place. And how did we get there? What's going on? Why is Bayless here? And why did Lotus take off her helmet? This is my theory about what the apostasy mission is going to be. I think that the apostasy is somewhat separate from the sacrifice. Somewhat. I say somewhat. I don't think it's going to be a direct, you know, mission to say, oh, hey, here's Excalibur Umbra. Yada. Oh, here you go. Congratulations. You got Umbra. Da-da-da. I think it's going to be somewhat corresponding with that. Because Umbra did have something to do with Bayless. Because he was talking about sacrifice and what we would do to get power and this and that. And it's intriguing nonetheless. And so with all of this happening, we can't help but think, well, how are they bringing Umbra into this? How are they tying Umbra into the Apostasy Prologue? Because after they brought up Umbra, they released the Apostasy, this tiny mission called the Apostasy Prologue. And so obviously there's going to be other missions continuing from that. That's the prologue, the beginning of a story. And so, you know, we want to see more. They cock teased us, and now we want more. Fair enough. They tickled our balls, and now we want to see more. Like the assholes they are. God damn it, I'm low on life support. And so, while we're over here, blue balls, waiting for more content, waiting for more story, waiting to see what happens with Lotus, they're over there laughing their asses off as we're sitting here speculating all of this. I digress. I think the prologue is going to, yes, it has Bayless. Yes, that is a big deal. I mean, we're probably going to fight Bayless. Let's be honest here. Bayless is probably going to be the bad guy of that mission. Of that story, I guess. Quest. I can assume we're looking into something as deep in depth as, for any of you who remember it, us just starting out the game. You know, when we're going through the beginning of the game, we just awoken as Tennos. You know, we've just gotten our we've just awakened as a Warframe, and you know, Cat and Boris placed this Ascaris Negator on us, and you know, we're trapped. It's in a short time we're gonna be his slave, and we have to do everything we can to get this thing off of us. And so we go meet Maru and Darvo and this and that. Or no, we didn't. I don't think we met Maru. I don't think we met her at that point in time, but I know we met Darvo. And so he kind of helped us get that thing off. And Darvo, you know, this corpus bastard that kind of just... He's got pretty good story. He's got a pretty good story, I'll say. He's not too bad. Darvo's pretty chill. I don't mind Darvo. He's pretty funny. Clem, on the other hand, ooh, he's a bro. But you know, I want to see what's, you know, going on. For all of this happening, for when Lotus disappeared, I don't. This might be unpopular opinion. I might be wrong. I very well could be wrong. But here's an unpopular opinion that I'm willing to throw out there. What if Lotus is gone? I know, crazy. Lotus has been there through the entire game. Why would they remove her? Simple. We have Ortis. Ortis can just simulate her. What if during the Apostasy mission, the story of that, you know, the whole quest line there, what if Lotus gets fully converted back into Margulis, Or even worse, what if Lotus dies? I the steps I'm getting there are kind of fuzzy, but the results could very well happen. And it's something that not a lot of people are talking about. Sure, I know DE Rebecca is probably not willing to, just say, "Oh yeah, let's kill Lotus." Yeah, that'd be great. But I mean, at the same time, we have Ortis who's able to simulate her and do this. I mean, maybe I could. I don't know. But what if we don't get Lotus back, especially with the way that Ortis worded that message? He says hopefully hopefully the Lotus will be with us for the next anniversary, because he's the one sending us this gift this year. I mean, we kind of get yes, I'm on PS4. And we kind of get the whole idea of hey, maybe Lotus will be back. Lotus will be back. Lotus will be back. But the whole idea is that this is a big deal. Bayless has done something to Lotus. She's not the same. She took off her helmet, which we have no idea what that could mean. I mean, she has nice hair. But it gets me thinking, what if we don't get the Lotus back? Ortis is saying how he hopes that Lotus comes back for the next anniversary, but he doesn't guarantee that, and it sows those seeds of doubt into our mind. And I mean, they've done it expertly, and maybe I'm falling for the trap. But it was kind of I was kind of curious about this idea even before, they kind of were like, oh yeah, Lotus is missing. Oh well. Not oh well, Lotus is missing. What if she dies? Okay. I can't be crazy for thinking that. I mean, maybe she doesn't go as far as dies, but maybe she gets fully mind wiped and, she doesn't remember us. Or if she does remember us, she just remembers us as a Tenno, not everything we've gone through. And that could be a whole other can of beans. And maybe we get, instead of the image of Lotus in the corner of our screen, we get, well, obviously I'm talking about, like, before she disappeared. How she's got the helmet on. What if she, after she comes back, she doesn't wear that helmet anymore, and, we actually see Lotus's face every time she talks to us, like just happened. Yes, right there. Exactly. Thank you, Lotus. Thank you for proving my point. And so, what if all of this kind of just happens? What if she turns into Margulis? What if she just doesn't remember us? What if, Ortis kind of takes over? We don't have any confirmation nor denial that Lotus could be completely gone after this. I mean, sure, they're going to keep her in the game, but because she's been such a huge and key part to our entire character development, but what if, she's gone? I know, again, I repeat, unpopular opinion, pure speculation, and do not take any of this for fact. All of this should be taken with a grain of salt. In fact, a handful. But, it's an unpopular opinion, and I haven't really heard too many people talking about this possibility. And I mean, I can't be the only one that's thinking it. Like, there's got to be more people thinking, hey, what if Lotus doesn't come back? But at the same time, not everybody's talking about it. I think they're not talking about it because it's such an unpopular opinion, and so many people are like, no, that could never happen. It's Lotus. Why would they do that? Why would they get rid of the Lotus? And I think for the sole purpose of, getting rid of the Lotus. She's been there since the start of the game. She's been a huge part since the start of the game. And what more could usher on a new era of the game than to say, oh, hey, you know that person that, walked you through everything? They're gone. They're dead. Or they just don't remember you. And they don't remember anything about you. Oop, I'm gonna die here. Wow. Oop, I'm dead.
She's a good girl.
Yeah, she's been a good girl. Alright.
Wait, you got the new skin?
Mm-hmm.
Additional life support has arrived.
Alright. But going back to that, the whole idea is that what if, this big deal that everybody is assuming could just be nothing. We're gonna get Lotus back after this. Everything will be fine and dandy, and it'll be a little bit of. I don't think we're gonna. Okay, it's not Bally's, it's Bayless. Yeah, I'll have to send up the proper spelling of that. But that's my thought. I think maybe we did transcend to the past. I mean, it's kind of weird. We get Lotus's helmet afterwards, but the means in which we get there are, like I said, were kind of funky. It kind of feels like a time rift. Maybe not. Just die already. God damn it. And so, the whole deal is that maybe we did go into the past and see Lotus disappear. I don't think Bayless even acknowledged that we were there. Lotus didn't even acknowledge that we were there. Nobody acknowledged that we were there. All that happened afterwards is we picked up Space Mom's helmet and left. How? There was no extraction. Hell, we didn't even get dropped off. We just showed up. And so, how? What? Why? There are infinite amounts of questions that I need answered. Why is everything cloudy over here? God damn it. And I'm out of energy. But, these are questions I don't have answered, and, the questions I can't answer. And, yeah, magic, basically. I mean, the world of Warframe isn't too far off from magic. I mean, I'm playing a frame that can cast a magical energy-based sword and just slash people in the face with it, just like nothing happened. But, I mean, I don't think we have the ability to go through time. I mean, sure, Limbo can send us to a... God damn it. Limbo can send us to a different plane of existence by entering the rift, but I don't think we can transcend time. Not a single Warframe we have screws with time. Sure, we can slow enemies down, but we can't go through time. That's just... That's crazy talk. There's one thing you can do in the world of things that makes sense. Sure, alternate universes, fine, I agree with that. But the moment you start going Doctor Who, traveling through time and shit, that's when things get confusing. And I don't know if they want to do that. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I digress. Take all of this with a grain of salt. But these are my thoughts. And I mean, I might be wrong. I could be wrong, but at the same time, what if I'm right? What if we don't get Space Mom back? What if she's dead? What if Bayless used her for some crackpot science experiment that he's been cooking up, and we just don't know about it? Maybe? I don't know. But at the same time, you gotta think, he was the one responsible for making basically all of the... Give me my headphones! He was the one responsible for making basically all of the primes. Really, Bert?
We'll see soon enough.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna see soon enough, and it's kind of hard to speculate about all of this. And I'm out of life support, but that's okay. But I was heading to extraction anyways. And so, the big thing is, I want to say that I don't think we're gonna see Cora anytime soon. I think Cora's still in the works for how she's being worked out, and just there's a lot of stuff they're working on with her, and so they want to make sure that she's fully flushed out before they actually work on it more. And so with Umbra, they said themselves that they don't want to delay Umbra too much longer. And I've got burp poop on my lap, but I mean, whoop de freaking do. What else is new? Pandora. But it's I think we're gonna see Umbra first. I could be wrong. We could be seeing Cora first. We could see them at the both at the same time. But I mean,
Cleaner on the way.
I've already got it. Don't worry. But the thing is that there's so much that we don't know, and there's so much we can speculate about. But this is very unpopular opinion. This is me speculating. This is me ranting. This is me getting my thoughts out about the upcoming news for Warframe. This is me getting my thoughts out for, hey, we got this coming, we got this coming, we got this coming, we got this coming. And I kind of haven't done too many, hey, these are my thoughts videos. And so this is kind of me saying, hey, this is what I think about this. This is what I think about, waiting for Umbra, which, don't get me wrong, I'm super pumped for. I want Umbra in the game now. But at the same time, what about the Apostasy Prologue? What are we going to do there? Hi, baby. And so, there's a lot that we don't know. And I want everybody to get it, set. That this is going to take time.
Comes out on the 20th.
I love how the phone, how my headphones said the 20th. But
Operator, did you hear that?
Yeah, we're not talking about Overwatch at the moment, but I know the Brigitte hype is all aboard since we got the confirmation that she's coming out on the 20th. But there's so much in store for Warframe, and we've got Zephyr Prime coming out on the 20th as well, which is going to be so cool. And I have been working with Zephyr myself lately, and I've been greatly appreciating the rework for her, and just going through some of the old here's and there's. But anyways, I'm gonna stop myself here. Long story short, Sacrifice trailer gave us very little. Umbra's sometime coming soon. Apostasy Prologue is driving us crazy, and my speculation is off the fucking walls crazy. And then the Venus free roam area is probably further than we think. Don't quote me on that. Just what I think. Because it's going to be bigger than the Plains of Eidolon, as I said. But these are just my thoughts. These are just some ramblings of a crackpot Canadian. And so, just my thoughts. I mean, I'm tired, sure. I just got off of work of a midnight shift. I haven't slept yet. I wanted to get this video out. I've been wanting to post. I've been wanting to talk. I've been wanting to, get my thoughts out for this. Are you done? And so, it's just... I've been wanting to talk about this. And, the Warframe community has generally been pretty good with me. And we usually... Last time I did a Warframe stream, I got some pretty good replies from it. And so, I want to keep going with the Warframe thing and keep doing Warframe videos here and there. And so I'll try to make these more often because they do actually get quite a bit of, you know, traffic. And so, but yeah, but in any case, those are my thoughts. And yeah, in any case, that's all really all I got for today's video, and got it done in about 50 minutes, about, minus the little interruption there. I'm going to edit that out in the YouTube version, or for when it's actually off stream. But yeah, those are my thoughts. And keep in mind, we got Zephyr Prime coming on the 20th with the Cronin Prime and the Tiburon Prime. Yes, that's right. Cronin Prime, Tiburon Prime, and then we're getting an Operator suit and Kavat armor in the accessories bundle, which they look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, they look pretty damn good. And so, you know, all of this on the way, and then yeah, should be fun. But anyways, I digress. I'll stop ranting now. Thank you guys for being here, and thank you if you're watching this afterwards for checking out this little rant of mine. Congratulations again to Digital Extremes for keeping Warframe going for 5 damn years. Again, I will say that's crazy. When I first heard of Warframe, I was kind of like, yeah, not bad. It sounds pretty cool. I don't mind. But if I take a look at my hours here and, you know, my profile, let's go, my profile. After, let's see, how many hours do I have? Stats. 1,050. Well, excuse you. 1,056 hours of gameplay. 44 days of gameplay. Pure, unadulterated, cruel gameplay. And I will say Warframe has very well aged. It's aged very well. For where it has come from, it's come a long way. And I'm certain there's still more to come. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you later. Peace. God damn it, I forget that this is my new catchphrase. And remember, chaos is essential. Take care, guys.